welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make a yummy, creamy rice firni.
Which is a rice pudding. It sounds so delicious. But remember, if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. And second of all, please take a second to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell icon so that every time we post a new recipe, you will be the first to know.
To give a little introduction to rice firni, it originated basically from the northern part of India, Pakistan, so basically that region. But I'm sure the origins come from somewhere else. But anyway, it's the world is a melting pot right now, and it's made all over the world. Now we all are used to rice kheer and rice puddings, but firni is actually creamier, thicker, and a more yummier version, I think. Smoother texture, yeah. Correct. And it can be had cold or warm, and very comforting. And I think it's a very simple recipe. It just takes a little time and a little effort, but very much doable.
And worth it.
Absolutely. Yes, so true. So worth it.
So let's get started.
What we've done is we've got 3 tablespoons of basmati rice. You can use basically any rice, just as long as not parboiled. We washed it till the water ran clear, and we just soaked it in a little bit of water. And it's been soaking for about 30 minutes. You need at least a minimum of that. And what you're going to do is drain out the water, and we're just going to coarsely grind it in our blender.
The rice has been ground pretty coarsely, so you don't want a smooth paste and you don't want it very, very coarse, so somewhere in between. And if you need to use a little bit of water or milk to help grind, that's fine.
So on medium heat in a non-stick open pan, we're going to add 6 cups of milk, whole milk now. And I'm going to hold back about a quarter cup, and I'm going to add that to the rice that I've already blended. Just mix this in and just leave it aside till we're ready to use.
And the reason we're using cold milk is so the rice doesn't clump when we finally add it to the hot milk.
So we're going to keep coming back and stirring it and allow it to come to a boil.
And once the milk comes to a rolling boil, we're going to give it a good stir and continue to let it simmer. You may have to turn the flame down just a bit, but be sure you keep scraping down the edges and scraping the bottom as well while you're stirring.
So it's been 10 minutes. This is a perfect time for us to add in our saffron. Now saffron mixes in best with hot milk. So we're adding it in. I'm going to give it a mix. That was just a pinch of saffron. You don't need more than that. At this point we have the coarsely ground rice and the milk mixture, and we're going to add that in to the rest of the milk as well. And going to mix it immediately so that the rice does not clump up.
So once the rice is mixed in, we're going to continue cooking this for about another 10 minutes while still continuously stirring to make sure that the rice and the milk doesn't stick at the bottom. So the milk and rice mixture has been cooking for about 10-11 minutes, and you can see it's thickening up just beautifully. At this point, we're going to add in 6 tablespoons, approximately 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Mix that in really well and continue to scrape the sides, scrape the middle, bottom, and we're going to keep cooking it until it gets nice and thick and creamy.
So it's been another 10 minutes, and the firni looks really good. It's coating the spoon, so that's a sure sign that it's ready. But now it can be had hot or cold. Consistency that you'd like really is up to you, but if you're going to have it cold, it's going to get thicker, so just keep that in mind. So you can stop at any time, and it's ready.
So we switch the stove off, and here we have some cardamom powder. We've taken about a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom seeds and pound them down, and it made about 1/2 teaspoon. So if you have the powder, it's about 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom. Mix that in, and you always want to put cardamom at the end, and that way the flavor is retained and it has the most effect to your dessert. And once the cardamom is mixed in, you can go ahead and set it in small dessert cups. We have a nice little terracotta one, which is the preferred method if you have it. If you don't, any dessert dish will do.
So our rice Firni has been cooled down. It's been in the fridge for quite a while. And
a couple of hours.
Yeah, a couple of hours at least. You just want it to be cold. So again, depending on how thick your layering is, it's going to take that much time to cool down. And
I'm ready.
go ahead.
All right.
So delicious. I love the fact that there's still a little bit of texture.
Yes.
Now again, some people don't want any texture. They just want the plain, just the rice feeling without the eating into the rice. But it's entirely up to you. You can grind it down further, but usually it has a little bit of texture, and this is just perfect for us.
It's perfect.
So we have used saffron. Now you can use saffron, but if you don't have that and you prefer to use rose water syrup, or rose water actually, or kevra essence, either way is fine. Yep. That also gives that that fresh hint of flavor at the end, which is like just right on.
And saffron is really expensive, so I know that's a deterrent for some people, because it's just, you have to use just a pinch of it, but it's like almost more expensive than gold. So it's another option for you to use.
Right. So we hope you enjoy and make this rice Firni, and give us a big thumbs up. And let us know if you tried it and how you liked it. We'd love to hear from you.
Leave a comment, and of course, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that every time we post recipes like this, you'll be the first to know.
And join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.